One of the main motives for investors to prefer short-term rent as compared to long-term rent is, of course, the higher income associated to short-term rent. So in our experience, you can reasonably and realistically expect 15 to 25% higher rental income when you go for holiday home, of course, provided that you have the right property for holiday homes. For example, if you make 1 million rental income on your properties in Dubai, if you turn it into holiday homes, you should expect 1.150 to 1.250 per year. That's 150,000 dirhams to 250,000 dirhams higher rental income as compared to annual rent. There are many other valid reasons for investors to prefer short-term rent or holiday homes over long-term rent. Of course, it all depends on the investor's strategy. So for those who intend to sell the property at some point or to even use the property at some point, they prefer to do the holiday home, because in Dubai, if you enter into an annual contract with a tenant, you have to factor that you may have to stay with the same tenant for 2 years. So tenants have the right to stay in your property for at least 2 years, and you cannot take the tenant out earlier to that without the tenant's consent and approval. As compared to holiday homes, so if I have a property and I intend to sell or to use it for some time, I would rent it on short-term basis, and whenever these few days or few weeks expire, then I can do whatever I want with the property. If I live in Saudi or if I live in a different part of the world and I want to use the property whenever I come to Dubai, of course I can notify the holiday home company running the property that I'm coming from this date to this date, and if there are no confirmed bookings, you can use the property. You can sell the property at any time, and of course when the property is staged and fully furnished, you can welcome incoming buyers to come, or potential buyers to come and view the property, and the emotional connection with the property will be established far faster than entering into a vacant unit without furniture. As a holiday home owner, you can also expect a higher level of care. The property will be more well maintained as compared to the long-term rent, because on every check-in and check-out, the property manager has to ensure that the property is at its best shape. Of course, the holiday home business is a very transparent business and very reputation sensitive. So if any guest was not happy with any aspect of your property, can go and write negatively about the property online, which will indeed impact your future bookings. In addition to that, I think you need to factor today's market circumstances. Long-term tenants are being very picky today in the light of the massive supply in the market, and it takes a lot longer, or it takes longer than what it would have taken last year to rent your property today. So holiday homes allow you to tap into a completely new stream of tenancy, a new stream of tenants. So you don't have to wait actually until a long-term tenant comes and likes your property and decides to rent your property. You can always generate income from short-term rental via checking in guests to your apartment. Keep in your mind that once the property is well established in the holiday home business, you will be depending a lot more on referrals, especially if you're providing the right service to clients, and you will depend less on marketing, which means your marketing costs should go down and your rental income should go up. So if you're renting a property today through Booking.com, if the rental value is 2,000 dirhams per day, you have to pay Booking.com 300 to 500 dirhams depending on your package with them. As compared to getting the same client through a referral, where you don't have to pay that much for marketing. Needless to say that when you generate higher income on your property, it will impact your selling price positively. So if you have a record of 1 or 2 years of high rental income on your property, you can package this property as an investment product and sell it to investors who are after rental income properties. That would be another, I would say, advantage of running a holiday home operation as compared to long-term lease.